Thanks for joining me in this video. I have wanted to do this for a really long time and have put it off, and now I'm actually doing it. So I had this idea about a year ago, maybe a little bit more, to just create videos to share encouragement with you, to share things that God's speaking to me about, or passages of scripture that I'm currently studying or that God's just leading me to really meditate on. And so here it is, and I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that it encourages you in your own faith journey and relationship with God. So today I kind of wanted to just share with you a passage from Isaiah. But before I get into that, I just kind of wanted to share why I've been thinking about it, and kind of my own personal story currently. And about 2 days ago, I was just thinking back to where I just feel like, oh, wow, I actually have some strength, like I feel strong. And I know that sounds kind of weird terminology, but I just feel more emotionally healthy and more mentally healthy than I was a year ago. A year ago, or more than a year ago actually, I was doing an internship with this great nonprofit organization, and it was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of leading in the midst of personal fears, physical just exertion. We were basically leading youth groups out onto missions trips, and also incorporating adventure, outdoorsy kind of elements. So, for example, we would go to some houses or some people's homes, and we would build their roof or put in new flooring and stuff like that. And then one day of the week, we would go whitewater rafting or caving or rappelling and stuff, which those are all kind of things that sound really exciting and cool, but are also personally it's terrifying. And so it was just, that summer was just physically hard on me. It was emotionally hard on me because I made a lot of mistakes as a young leader, and I basically just ended that summer completely depleted and completely just exhausted. And then I jump into my last year at grad school, where I just was going through a lot of spiritual warfare kind of things, where I was just dwelling constantly on the mistakes I had made over the summer, or constantly beating myself up. Meanwhile, I was also dealing with a lot of stress and busyness from schoolwork, from my part-time job, from my internships, and all the things that I was doing. And I basically found myself in a place of just complete weakness, I guess, where I kind of felt like I was going crazy a little bit. And I ended up going to therapy, which was great. I ended up quitting my job 2 months earlier than I had originally planned to. And ever since then, I've been kind of on a journey of recovery. Recovery from being in grad school, which is kind of intense work. Recovery in taking care of my body. I was sick for 6 months straight, it seemed like. And also just, I've been trying to get back into not the basics, but the essentials of cultivating a daily relationship with the Lord. Anyway, so I've realized I still need to manage my stress. I still need to take care of myself, which I have kind of a hard time doing. I still need to take care of my body, and sleep well and get some exercise and do all the things to do what gives you strength so that I can actually help and serve other people. And so about 2 days ago, like I was saying, I was just thinking back. I was like, man, it was such a hard year, but it was such a good year because I got to kind of see God work and move in my life. And recently I've just felt more, just a little bit more like energy towards certain things. And like I'm getting excited again about, making goals and going after, pursuits of mine and, just all those things, like doing things for other people. And, I just feel a little bit more internal strength, and I'm like, man, what are the things that I can do to like renew my strength? And as I was asking myself that question, it's kind of funny, but also like, duh. God kind of reminded me of the verse in Isaiah 40, where it talks about those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. So Isaiah 28 through 31. Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not grow faint or weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint, and to him who has no might he increases strength. Even youths shall faint and be weary, and young men shall fall exhausted. But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And God just kind of reminded me of that verse 31 in particular, that those who wait on the Lord, that's how we renew our strength. I mean, yes, exercise and getting a good night's sleep is important. Doing self-care, going to therapy, doing those things that you need to do to take care of yourself and to take care of those around you and do the things that you need to do to gain energy and to gain internal emotional health and mental health and all that stuff. But I think what we have to remember, especially if you're a Christian, especially if you're in ministry like I am, we have to go to the Lord. It's God that is our strength. And I was reading a commentary on this passage. Some translations say those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. And it's the idea, that word wait, it's the idea of that we are trusting God, but we're also, it's an expectant hope of God's help coming to us. We're hopeful that God is going to come through for us. We're hopeful that He is going to bring us His strength, and He's going to give us His help when we need it. And so I pray that this verse just really encourages you. In fact, I encourage you to meditate on this verse. Again, it's Isaiah 40, verse 31. Read a couple of verses before that, but specifically 31. And just get that in your heart and get that in your spirit. And find rest in Jesus. Thanks, guys.